In his first pastoral exhortation as Pope, Francis challenged the whole Church to recover its spirit of missionary energy. In the opening paragraphs of that exhortation, the joy of the gospel, he says, "Let us not allow ourselves to be robbed of missionary enthusiasm." The foundation for the Pope's message and his vision for the Church is found in today's Gospel account of the commissioning of the 12. Jesus' instructions to the 12 are pretty clear. They're both practical and symbolic. Together, they intend, it seems to me, to shape a missionary spirituality. They don't need much, he tells them, to be pilgrim preachers. A pair of sandals, one tunic, and a walking stick. No need for luggage, for a backpack, for money, or for food. Apparently, they were to rely on the kindness of the strangers that they met along the way. If anyone ever took Jesus at his word, it was St. Francis of Assisi. The deeper meaning attached to Jesus' instructions is that sort of single-mindedness of task: to teach, to heal. Not only were they to share in the mission of Jesus, they were to be his voice and his hands. The purpose in the task of the disciple, you and I, is pretty straightforward, even if it takes a whole life to accomplish it. First, we take with us that single-mindedness of kingdom thinking. It's a new way of walking through life rooted in the message of Jesus Christ. Of course, it's multifaceted, as we learn from all of the parables that Jesus teaches, but it's always and fundamentally about that kingdom frame of reference, the way of the Lord. He's the one who sends us out, and his message is the only luggage we need. And secondly, he tells them to identify with the ones that they encounter. They were not to presume that they were better or different or more prosperous. They were simply to be at home with the ones they met and the ones to whom they preached. As the Pope noted in that same exhortation, the gospel belongs in the homes of all our brothers and sisters. The prophet Amos challenged Amaziah in today's first reading. Amaziah, the high priest of Bethel, which was at that time a symbol of oppression by the king, Jeroboam, of the people of God. And when Amaziah tells Amos to get lost, that he's an embarrassment to the royal court because he's upsetting the king's status, Amos reminds him that it was the Lord who chose him to be a prophet to the Israelites, and he intended to do just that. Discipleship is rooted, as the prophet Amos says, in the astonishing choice of God. Amos said, "I was just a shepherd and a dresser of sycamores. What was I?" But the astonishing choice of the Lord came to Amos. Paul tells us when he writes to the Ephesians, "He chose me before the foundation of the world to be holy, chosen that we, he and the Ephesians, might exist for the praise of the glory of God. And so discipleship is not a possession, it's not a status, it's a spirituality that is expressed in our respect for those who need to hear what we speak, receive what we offer, gestures of healing and witness to the love and the compassion of Jesus Christ. That's what each of us needs. That's what all of us need. And we need to take it with us. Those of you who travel or have traveled know that custom officials have a habit of saying, "Do you have anything to declare?" Which is asking, are you bringing stuff this way that you got there and you're bringing here and I need to know about it? Have you anything to declare? Oh, I have been so tempted so many times to say, I declare you are annoying me no end. But every time I resisted. Our journey and its purpose is to bring to every situation a consciousness of grace, a realization that God is deeply and faithfully in love with everyone. Pope Francis adds these words of encouragement. Let us not allow ourselves to be robbed of the hope or the joy of evangelization. That's the heart of the spirituality of the disciple. All the other stuff gets in the way.